Up to mighty London came an Irishman one day. As the streets are paved with gold, sure everyone was gay, singing songs of Piccadilly, Strand and Leicester Square, till Paddy got excited, then he shouted to them there, oh, it's a long way to Tipperary, it's a long way to go, it's a long way to Tipperary, to the sweetest girl I know. Goodbye, Piccadilly, farewell, Leicester Square. It's a long, long way to Tipperary, but my heart's right there.
Right, my name's Councillor Jim Dodds. I'm one of the ward councillors for the Denby Dale Ward, and what we've got on today is a commemoration of the 100th anniversary of World War I, where every school in the Shelley Pyramid has been working on their project at looking at what the World War I meant to the local area, those people that went to war and those that were left behind.
I've served 35 years in the army and I've experienced active service, but nothing to the scale of those that went through World War I. My generation have been very lucky because we have never seen another world war.
These events are vital as far as I'm concerned. I did 35 years in the army, and it's important that we don't forget the sacrifices that these people made on our behalf, because without those we wouldn't be here. And it's not only the men and women of the First World War, it's every war after that and every conflict.
My two grandfathers fought in World War I. One of them survived, and the other, who volunteered in 1914, he was killed on the 6th of August 1918, barely 6 weeks before the end of the war.
We started this in September last year when I first broached the head teachers of the Shelley Pyramid, and I've got to say 100% of them were behind this project, and they've interweaved it into their school curriculum, which is terrific.
Well, my name's Jason Terry and I work at Assistant Middle School and I teach art and design.
My name is Ruth Pocock. I also teach at Assistant Middle and I am the head of history there, so I've been involved in the history side. I think they've done very well. We gave them really the remit. We told them what we knew about what we were going to be doing, and then we left it up to them. Some of them decided to do the very stark silhouette design, but some of them wanted to tell their own story of the Roman soldier. They brought a bit of research in from home. One girl mentioned at the end there that actually we'd put a name on one of the gravestones because it was one girl's great-grandfather who we found out who did actually fight and die in the First World War, so we tried to personalise it. So they've really done most of this on their own, haven't they?
Yeah, in terms of the art and the design, there was two parts of it. One was like a narrative where they told a story through the imagery, and secondly was more of a figurative work, and we tried to, even though it's 100 years ago, we tried to make it a little bit more modern. Present, the pupils are into kind of stencil art, spray painting, so we tried to put something like an element of that into it.
Juliet and I have developed a battle piece which shows the scene of the war itself. Despite the fact that the war has an unpleasant situation, we decided to use vibrant colours such as reds and oranges to capture the blood-like effect.
Once I started getting into them, a lot of the designs were done in one day, and the finishing off process, our children were really eager to come back in their own time and finish off because they thought it was that important. Some of them staying back till 5:30 in the evening without any kind of without us putting any kind of undue pressure on them or anything. They wanted to do it all themselves, which I found was really quite, refreshing.
And just watching them in there, one little boy's just read out all these names, and some of our girls, they're 13 years old and they just sat there, quite open-mouthed at, listening. So I think it is hitting home. I think some of them do realise, and when you talk about, the age of some of these, we're going to France this week, tomorrow night, with school, and we're going to go to a World War battlefield, and we'll go to a cemetery, and we will go and see some gravestones of 16-year-old boys, 3 years older than our kids are now. So I think it will really make them realise that they were very lucky to be born when they were, really.
I think these awards are really good to see you can display them, so thanks very much.
WW1 heroes, and we'll now tell you some interesting facts about all these gentlemen. Nick Renault, born May 24, 1887, British Ace Flight pilot.
I'm Rooney Kelly, I'm the head teacher at Denby Church of England First School.
And I'm Jane Travis, and I'm the junior teacher.
I think they've done incredibly well in their preparation. They've been interested in both World Wars because we take part in the Remembrance Service at Bird's Edge each year. So they are, they already had an interest in that, and then they've taken that on board in the classroom with Mrs. Travis.
So more recently they've been researching local war heroes, so they've been taking a name and finding out all about them. They've done artwork, they've done some lovely pencil sketches, they've written reports about their hero, and they've got really into it. It's made it more personal because they've had a particular person to research.
I think it's given them a greater understanding of both the wars and about working together as a community and being involved with other schools in the community, working together to work on a common theme.
And it makes it very prestigious as well, being at the town hall, with all the finery and the furnishings. I mean, the children were so excited when we got out of the car, and they're walking across the road, and it's the town hall, and there was a real buzz.
But it's given a sense of importance to the occasion as well, and commemorating World War I.
Yeah, and having the mayor here as well. That's a real plus point.
It is, yeah. I think the children at Denby always take a very personal interest in other people and each other. So I think the fact that being researching individual children has really given a personal.
They've also been quite shocked as well at the age that a lot of these people died. It's been quite noticeable that quite a few of them have got older siblings or relatives, and you've been hearing things like, "Oh, that's only as old as Thomas," and it's their older brother or cousin.
And they've gone home and talked to the families about it and come back and said, "My great granddad was in the war," and it's definitely more personal to them.
It's a long way to
Tipperary, it's a long way to go. It's a long way to Tipperary, to the sweetest girl I know. Goodbye, Piccadilly, farewell, Leicester Square. It's a long, long way to Tipperary, but my heart